welcome to Igraasp. In the grand symphony of your school life, remember that the sweetest notes are often played together. Just like a band needs every instrument to create harmonious melodies, your school journey thrives on the power of team spirit. Let's begin with the news capsule.
Despite dominating the entire season and reaching the finals of the Cricket World Cup unbeaten, Team India lost a closely fought finals to Australia. Thanks to Travis Head's fantastic century, Australia won a record-extending sixth ICC World Cup title at the Narendra Modi Stadium in Ahmedabad. Prime Minister Modi was present himself during the closing ceremony and handed the famous trophy to Australian skipper Pat Cummins. Batting maestro Virat Kohli earned the Player of the Tournament title for his exceptional performance, while Mohammad Shami was the top wicket taker with 24 wickets in just 7 innings. We congratulate the Australian team for this victory, and we are so proud of our boys in blue for this amazing performance. We are so sure that they'll come back to win the next title.
Tennis star Serena Williams and civil rights activist Ruby Bridges will be inducted into the US's National Women's Hall of Fame in 2024. Did you know that this Hall of Fame was founded in 1969 and honors women for their achievements and impact at a global scale? They will be receiving their honor in an induction ceremony during Women's History Month during March next year. There are 6 other nominees who will be felicitated during this ceremony, and we congratulate all of them for this incredible recognition.
During last week's F1 Grand Prix in Las Vegas, there was chaos and there were thrills. But as always, Max Verstappen reigns supreme after overcoming a 5-second penalty to beat Ferrari's Charles Leclerc and his Red Bull teammate Sergio Perez. Verstappen cruised to finish first in an absolutely nail-biting finish. With just one more race in this season, we are all set to watch what happens now at Yas Marina Circuit in Abu Dhabi later today.
Can you imagine our planet without any oxygen? It seems almost impossible, doesn't it? It's because oxygen constitutes nearly 21% of the atmosphere of the Earth and plays an extremely important role in the survival of many species, including humans. But did you know that oxygen was not present when the planet came into existence over 4.5 billion years ago? And now scientists have predicted that the atmosphere of the Earth in the distant future will go back to one that is low in oxygen, just like in the olden times. But don't worry, the scenario is almost a billion years away.
In another fantastic stepping stone for the Indian Space Research Organization, they will be collaborating with NASA to map the entire world in 12 days. This will be done by developing a first-of-its-kind satellite named NISAR. This satellite will map the entire globe in 12 days, which will help us better understand Earth's ecosystems and predict natural hazards like earthquakes and tsunamis. Isn't that exciting, Igraspers?
A recent study found that soil erosion in India's famous Western Ghats region has increased by around 94% between 1990 and 2020. The Western Ghats is a unique landscape that stretches all the way from Gujarat to Kerala and Tamil Nadu. Did you know that it has been recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site and is one of Earth's 36 biodiversity hotspots? But this soil erosion is quite detrimental to the entire region, and we hope that we are able to find some solution to preserve this beautiful space.
We are sure that you have all heard of ChatGPT by now. But do you know about the organization OpenAI that created this chatbot? Just recently, co-founder and CEO of OpenAI, Sam Altman, was fired by the board in a surprise move. Experts are drawing parallels between this event and how Steve Jobs was ousted by his own company, Apple, in 1985. Many OpenAI staff have demanded that the board resign over Mr. Altman's sacking.
Due to this pressure, the company had to appoint new board members and bring back Sam Altman as CEO within just 5 days.
But what happens next in this exciting saga from Silicon Valley remains to be seen.
The wait is finally over as the 51st edition of the Emmy Awards World Television Festival took place earlier this week. Did you know that the International Emmys are one of the most prestigious awards for TV actors and creative performers around the globe? Indian comedian Igraasp won the award for Best Comedy Series for his stand-up special called Igraasp Landing. Indian actor Shefali Shah and Jim Sarp were also nominated but did not win in their categories. The award show was hosted by actor and comedian Riddle and recognized many other artists and series from different countries for their brilliant work.
An exceptionally rare blue diamond was recently put up for auction and sold for a staggering $43.8 million at a Christie's sale of rare jewels in Geneva. Did you know that this makes it one of the top 10 most expensive jewels ever sold? What makes the diamond even more special is that it is very unique because of its deep, rich blue color and its unmodified pear shape. This beautiful diamond is called the Bleu Royal, and it is certainly one for the books.
Landmark of the Week: Big Ben, London, United Kingdom. Contrary to popular belief, the Big Ben is actually the name of the 13-ton bell hung within the clock tower rather than the tower itself. There are 4 clocks in total, the dials being 23 square feet, the minute hands 14 feet, and the numbers 2 feet high. The Big Ben was built in 1859 and the Great Clock started on May 31st. It first struck time on July 11 and the quarter bells first chimed on September 7. It is one of London's best known landmarks and it looks stunning at night when the clock faces are illuminated.
The word of the week is nincompoop, which means a fool. Do not think she is a fool or an utter nincompoop. She is just the opposite.
It's time to learn some idioms and proverbs.
The idiom of the week is pull the last straw, which means the final incident in a chain of negative events that make you angry or sad. Despite multiple reminders, when she forgot to send the email, it pulled his last straw and he fired her. The riddle of the week is, what can fill a room but takes up no space? It's light.
Dear Igraspers, this week join Arusha's quest to find her sister and stop the mystical sleeper from awakening the Lord of Destruction. This 12-year-old girl, who lived in the Museum of Ancient Indian Art and Culture, has just learned that she is a Pandava and must do all in her power to prevent the end of the world and time. Join her on this adventure and don't forget to share your feedback.
Did you know that author Morgan Robertson predicted the sinking of the extremely famous British ship Titanic about 14 years before it sank? In 1898, he published the novella The Wreck of the Titan, in which a massive, unsinkable British ocean liner with no lifeboats on board hit an iceberg and sank in the North Atlantic Ocean. The sinking of the ship took place in April, whereas in reality, it also took place on 15th April 1912. Strange, isn't it?
Quiz time! Which fiction author predicted the moon landing in his book? Send your answers to contact us at igraasp.com along with your full name, school name, and a photograph. Answer to the last week's quiz. Art therapy reduces the stress hormone named cortisol. This certificate of appreciation is presented to Pavni Rajkumar of Tagore International School, Vasant Vihar, for successfully participating in the weekly quiz on India's leading news capsule for tweens, Igraasp.
We hope you enjoyed this week's news capsule. Together, you turn every classroom into a stage, every project into a masterpiece, and every challenge into an opportunity for triumph. Embrace the magic of team spirit, and you will find that your school journey becomes a beautiful memory worth cherishing. We will see you again next week. Bye bye.